come around.
Be just right.
You grew up playing 2K with all of your brothers. Who's the better player?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. It's basketball out in Brooklyn. Barclays Center is the venue. We'll see the Nets go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, they've won 8 of their last 10, looking really strong. They've got to be pleased.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hey, hang on a sec.
Sure thing. What's up, Charlie?
I got the latest All-Star voting results.
Okay, cool. Where am I at?
It's looking really good. You're top 3, which means you have a great chance of being selected once they announce the final rosters.
Top 3. That's what I like to hear.
Okay.
Thanks,
Congrats,
Charlie.
yeah, I'll see you after the game.
All right, man.
Traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. We are in Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, for an interconference matchup right here. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Thunder log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. 2 top caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
And I think for Oklahoma City, you know, this happens every year. A team outperforms expectations early. You wonder, is this just an anomaly or is this something they can sustain?
Well, it could be hard for them to keep this rolling, but the initial boost of confidence for all these players could help them weather any storms on the horizon.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, he's special, D.A. Absolutely. Thanks. Tonight, 2 great teams going head-to-head. Some may say it's just another game, but Brent, it doesn't feel that way right now.
Now, how many of these, Kevin, do we get during the year?
Oh, my gosh.
We're fired up.
They're so fun.
Marquee matchups, marquee players that might be playing well, but we know head-to-head we're going to have some great moments. And one of these teams is going to want to have bragging rights with the season series. This is one for us tonight.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. Morris is out there with Adams, and it's George in at the small forward. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Here's Robertson. outside. George. Over Ilgauskas. George, no good. The Nets on offense. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, two clubs that rarely face off, East versus West. This is going to be a nice treat for the fans.
Kicking off this two-game season series, I expect a lot of feeling out by both teams and the coaching staff, and then a number of subsequent adjustments in this one.
Russell, no good. Robertson kicks to George, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, Paul George doesn't get up a ton on jump shots. That time elevated a little bit more and still made the J.
Russell against Morris. Here's Ilgauskas. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
That's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
And so George will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 4-point game. 4-3 Westbrook. Allen with the rebound. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Deep two from Carroll. Misses off the left iron.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Here's Robertson. 5 on the clock. Over Ilgauskas. Robertson can't hit.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
And there's the pass to LeVert. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Westbrook kicks to Robertson. Morris against Ilgauskas. The kick out to Westbrook. Knocks down the 3 ball. Westbrook's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 3-point lead. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And just looking at the stats, you can see, man, they were efficient on this night.
Yeah, the defense did nothing disruptive in the game, so good patience. It led to good shot selection, and then look at the excellent shooting percentage from the field.
Now here's Adams after the miss from Chris Webber. Adams, the pass to Robertson. Floats one up. And the wide open shot from Morris. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. AI outside. Russell kicks to Ilgauskas. Lets the 3 fly. Hits it from 3-point range. Ilgauskas has got 7 points in the game.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Here's Robertson. No points in the game yet for him. George looking around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. And that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
A lot of fans in Indiana upset with Paul George for deciding to leave. Do they have a point, Brent, or is that unfair?
I think it's a little unfair, Kevin. 7 great years from Paul George. Obviously had to recover from the leg injury and came back strong. But PG wanting to go somewhere where he could win a title. And that's a decision that every player has to make. PG thought somewhere else he might have that opportunity and maybe more chances to do so.
Here's Adams after the made shot from Chris Webber. Robertson, the shot's good on the assist by George. Robertson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Brooklyn leading by 3. Russell with 8 points his last outing. To the middle. Here's Ilgauskas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook. Now about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide. and they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes, or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? You know, what did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp?
Yes.
What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November into early December, we won 7 of 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. Now, here's Ilgauskas. After Markeith Morris's miss, here's Robertson. Kicks it to Westbrook. Over Russell. Westbrook, no good. Nets leading by 5. Here's Ilgauskas. Buries it down low. Ilgauskas has got 13 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Morris, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook more and more becoming a lethal distributor.
Westbrook against Russell. And the layup is good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Thunder trailing by 7. Westbrook kicks to Morris. Out to the wing. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Wing shot on the way. Westbrook, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Russell against Westbrook. Pass to Carroll. To the paint. Here's Ilgauskas. Thunder with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Yeah, it just looked like, and I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but just never comfortable in this game. And the line certainly is one of those places where that could show up.
The Nets getting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Ed Davis is checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Damari Carroll, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Patterson comes in for Markeith Morris. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchup.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Shabazz Napier's checked in for LeVert. Now here's Schroeder, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's George. The Thunder with another miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And it's Ilgauskas missing.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now here's Napier. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. George against Harris. A nice shot by George. George has got 6.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Here's Dinwiddie. He had 10 points in the win against Cleveland. Tipped away. Napier finds Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
George. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. And it's 8 points for Paul George.
That's a nice play by Paul George, showing a nice touch from the mid-range.
Harris passes to Ilgauskas. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Felton who will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder, trailing here by 8. And he gets it to go.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded by Schroeder. Takes the 13-footer. Ilgauskas, good. He's got 15.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Thunder trailing by 8.
And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
And the Nets with possession here, following the score by Oklahoma City. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Schroeder kicks to Patterson. Noel with it, picked up by Davis. Noel finds Schroeder. That one falls. Schroeder's got his first points in this one.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Now here's Napier. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 2 points. That one goes. And the Nets lead by 8.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, defender just a little too late in reacting. Gets a piece of Paul George, but a piece, that's not enough.
Harris against George. 18 feet out. Brooklyn working now with the new shot clock. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Noel.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. At the elbow, it's AI. And stolen by Patterson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. George with the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
27 seconds left here in the first quarter. Napier kicks to Ilgauskas. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And misses it off the right side of the rim. George with no one around. Here's Felton. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. We come back right after this. Russell Westbrook, a surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find.
Well, you can't win it alone. A new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Markieff Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. Robertson, he's checked in for George. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Raymond Felton. Now, here is Morris. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Oklahoma City moving it around. 5 to shoot. Schroeder. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Robertson. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Russell Westbrook. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. Now Schroeder after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alder.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Cavaliers was phenomenal. He ended up with 47 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
Here's Adams after the made shot from Chris Webber. Adams' shot is off. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've led by as much as 10. Basket good.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Thunder trailing by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Russell against Schroeder. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. They push it up 4 on 3. And it's Allen with the jam.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And along with the resurgence Carroll had last season, in large part due, I think, Greg, to finally feeling healthy.
Yeah, and Carroll is quick to tell you just how hard it was for him to regain form after that knee injury. Coming back is something that each player experiences kind of in their own way. Great presence, though, on and off the floor, and really a natural leader.
Nets have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Passes it to Russell. Pass to LeVert from past the arc. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Russell kicks to Carroll. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here is Morris. 7 points in the game, and he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, his shooting has been on target here in the second frame after not being able to get anything going in the first.
Here's LeVert. He's covered by Westbrook. LeVert the pass to Russell. Clock at 6. And the ball travels out of bounds. His last touch by Schroeder. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, they're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
And you know, for the Nets, they're just right now outperforming those preseason predictions. And that's because they're getting help from some unlikely sources. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Right wing to the middle. Westbrook, no good.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now, a bit out of rhythm.
He gets that one. Ilgauskas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Morris against Ilgauskas. Morris with the bucket.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Nets leading by 5. Russell kicks to Ilgauskas. LeVert the pass to Russell. Down low. Here's Ilgauskas. And the layup falls. Ilgauskas has got 25 points.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Outside Westbrook. to the inside. And the dunk by Robertson.
Well, the reach of Robertson, a big help on that alley-oop.
The Nets shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Schroeder against Russell. He kicks to Carroll. AI left side. And it's in there. 27 points for him. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of the game. Morris outside. Out left to the wing. Here kicks to Morris. Robertson the pass to Adams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Schroeder. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Well, a versatile attack and a change of speed guard. Once Schroeder gets things going, the opposition could be in for a long night.
Here's Russell. And there it is for him. Russell's got his third basket of the night right there.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. We've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from AI.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really value each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Allen is out there with AI. And it's Carroll in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Now, here's George. Near the three-point line, it's Morris, the offensive rebound. Here's Adams, and at last they get one to fall. Adams has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Thunder. Here's LeVert. To the left side wing. Here's Ilgauskas. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Westbrook with it. AI picks him up. Westbrook, no good.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Inside, here's LeVert. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 9 points.
And happy to take it up inside. You see Russell under control and in charge.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Short. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance here to go to our rookie leaderboard and give a nod to the best long-range bombers of the past month. Look at Ilgauskas, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that, if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
You know, coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range. And over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
First free throw is good.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the missed three from Chris Webber. Westbrook finds Robertson. The pass to Morris. The 15-footer. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
Ilgauskas, good.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Nets leading by 6. Outside, Russell kicks it to Carroll. Down low, here's Ilgauskas. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Ilgauskas has got 4 points in the quarter.
And how about the unselfishness of Carroll? You know, he's not hunting shots, just making winning plays.
For 3, Westbrook. Not going to go that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Russell against Westbrook. Pass to LeVert. Buries it down low. And now it's a 10-point Nets lead.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles, and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
Now, here is George. He's got 14. Westbrook with the bucket.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Dinwiddie. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it goes down 2 points. And the Nets lead by 5.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Down low and slam dunk by Noel.
I like to see this from Westbrook. When he focuses on hitting his guys, it can make the entire team better.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now, here is Ilgauskas. He's got 31. Patterson bringing the double. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
The Nets making a switch here. Caruth just checked in. You've been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Napier dishes to Dinwiddie. The three hits the three-point bomb.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And Davis pulls it down.
You have to really like his energy getting to the rim there. Shocked that he blew the dunk, but you know most times he's going to posterize his man.
Here's Ilgauskas. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. For Brooklyn, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Free throw good, Ilgauskas.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Allen comes in for Davis, and it's Russell in for Napier. Morris is checked in for the Thunder. Robertson comes in for Russell Westbrook. And both free throws good for AI.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Here's Robertson. He has 5. Pulls up on the wing. George, no good. Russell looking around. AI outside. Harris kicks to Ilgauskas. Over Morris. And it's Ilgauskas missing.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
It's stolen by Adams. Schroeder up top. He's guarded by Russell. It's good. 15 points for Dennis Schroeder.
The floater is such a deceptive and unguardable shot. You can understand why Schroeder elects to go with it there. Sweet looking on the dip.
Here's Dinwiddie. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Ilgauskas. And that one comes up a bit short. Thunder trailing by 8. Here's the teardrop. And it's Russell with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. At the elbow, it's AI. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Now, here is George. He's got 14. Nobody near Schroeder. And the Thunder, another 3.
And right there, Dennis Schroeder shows some confidence by nailing the jumper.
Russell against Schroeder. Outside Russell. Here's Ilgauskas. Banked in off the glass. Ilgauskas has got 37.
Oh, tough play. Boy, did he have to fight to get that one to the rim.
Here's Schroeder. They get it back. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Robertson's activity down there and the long arms stretch out to help collect a second chance opportunity.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And a power forward in college. Robertson's been working on increasing his shooting range ever since he entered the league.
And we've reached the end of the third. Brooklyn ahead, up by 6. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Taking a look at the Thunder, Robertson and George fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Steven Adams, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside, Allen, and the shot is good. Allen's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nets.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Robertson can't hit. Nets leading by 8. Outside, Russell. Passes it to Kira. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And George kicks it over to Schroeder. No good with the triple. And the Nets shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Pass to Ilgauskas. Over Morris. That one a little long. Thunder trailing by 8. Schroeder outside. And it's blocked by Ilgauskas. Harris looking it over. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Keep it alive. Russell. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Adams quick off his feet there with that size and length. Tough to shoot over.
The shot's good from Robertson.
Oh, such a field shot there. The floater.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. AI outside. And the pass to Kira. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ilgauskas. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Nuggets, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town, some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program. It's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
Thunder trailing by 10. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We've got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
Deflects the pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
Carroll against George. Carroll passes to Ilgauskas. Count that one. Ilgauskas has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Shooter kicks to George. To the left side wing. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Morris, no good. Nets leading by 10. Here's LeVert. Back to AI. Beyond the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's hit the proverbial switch, effortlessly finding different ways to score.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
A lot of high hopes for Schroeder when he signed his 4-year deal back in 2016. His development hasn't continued at a high level, at least high enough for some people to take notice. So shooting from a distance, still an issue for the young point guard.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
The potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning-quick point guard.
Russell against Schroeder. Pass to LeVert. Shot clock at 5. Out to Russell. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Well, with Schroeder, he just isn't consistent enough from three-point range as point guards need to be today.
Well, last season was just a shade under the 30% range. He's still a great scorer by slashing and going to the rim, but that's going to tire you out. Teams back off and make you prove it. See if Dennis can find some consistency from that range to be more dangerous.
Here's Morris. Goes back up. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Russell with it. Guarded now by Morris. It's stolen by Morris. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
Nets leading by 5. Kicks to Ilgauskas. It's Carroll on the wing. Passes to LeVert. Now Russell. And here's Carroll. Pass to LeVert. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Ilgauskas. Good. Ilgauskas has got 45 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Morris finds Robertson. Back to Morris. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
Now, here is Russell. The pass to LeVert. Allen left side. Again, the Nets for 2.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Now Schroeder. He kicks it to Adams. Pass to George. All alone. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. George has got 4 this quarter.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Now, here is Russell. Here's LeVert. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Here's Morris after the basket by Brooklyn, and it's Adams on the follow.
Adams, such a physical presence out there on the glass. This is how he gets a lot of his points.
Kicks to Ilgauskas. Stolen by George. To the paint. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, we see Andre Robertson making his return from the ruptured patella tendon of winter 2018.
Just how disruptive was it for Billy Donovan and the Thunder to lose Andre Robertson last year? The numbers were staggering in terms of the defensive rating when he was on the floor, just how good they were. And the guy averages less than 5 points a game for his career, but his impact defensively cannot be understated.
That's good from George.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it. He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Ilgauskas. It's rebounded by Robertson. Thunder trailing by 4. Down low. A rebound by the Nets. Carroll's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Ilgauskas. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Shooting for Brooklyn.
Free throw good, Ilgauskas. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Carroll against George. Passes it to Morris. Here's the lob to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
That doesn't happen all that often, but Steven Adams stepping up big here.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Nets leading by 4. Here's Dinwiddie. And it's Carroll in the corner. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Ilgauskas. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Robertson kicks to George. It's stolen by Carroll. Pass to Ilgauskas. Allen against Adams. Allen right side. 6 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
At the line, your Nets.
The first one falls. no good. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 5-point game. They get it again. Back to Robertson. He dishes it to Adams. Outside for George. That three off the mark. Brooklyn's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Westbrook. Morris against Ilgauskas. The pass to Dinwiddie. And to AI. It's stolen by Morris. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City. It's the Nets now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's LeVert. To the inside. Again, what an avalanche!
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Robertson kicks to Westbrook. 54 seconds left in the game. That's tipped. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Westbrook. Out to AI. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're down by 10. 43 seconds. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Craig Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.
AI, Griff standing by for an interview.
Oh, yeah?
Right this
What's
way.
up, Griff? What's up, guys?
AI.
Come on over.
Thank you. I wanted to ask about your teammates. How do you feel your relationship is with them now that you've had some time in the league under your belt?
Man, the short answer is I couldn't do it without these guys. You know, the camaraderie in the locker room is great, and I feel like I've really grown as a player, as a person, you know, working with these guys. Hey, we all out there looking to win games, right? And it's so much easier to do that when we all on the same page.
Sounds like one big happy family.
I guess you could say that, yeah. You know what? Go ahead. Write that one down. That's good.
It's all right here.
All
Thanks
right.
again for the time, AI.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Nicely done, AI. Get some rest.